also to help promote the events around the game. And that's what the Salt Bowl Committee has tried to do for the last several years. It's not just about a great rivalry. It's not just about a great football game. It's about these young men, the band, the cheerleaders, and the community, and the experience that we've tried to create for the citizens of Benton and Bryant. And so we're looking forward to a great weekend, a great Friday night, great weather, hopefully, and another great crowd. And by golly, one of these days we're going to get 30,000 people. I won't go over all the game details like I normally do. All of you in the media should have a copy of kind of the details. There'll be a pep rally, community pep rally for Bryant tomorrow night, for Benton Wednesday night at Everett Buick GMC. There's going to be pep rallies on the morning shows on Friday. The tailgate party will begin at 5. All the pregame festivities where we recognize the Pee Wee teams. But we do want to mention the charities who are involved. That we want this to be a game that also not just brings the community together, but also gives back to the community and those less fortunate in our community and those who are going through trying times in our community. So the students are currently collecting peanut butter for the Arkansas Rice Depot. I think that ends on Wednesday. We'll make the collections on Thursday and announce at the game on Friday which of the schools won. The American Cancer Society, Sherry Jones is here. We'll do the text for cancer, coaches text for cancer, right?
It's
Relay. Oh, relay. Okay. They don't give me my script till Friday, so but just know there is a benefit for the American Cancer Society, and both schools earlier in the month had blood drives as a competition as well. So we're very glad to be able to use this opportunity for this game to be able to give back to the community, and we're excited about that opportunity and just appreciate that. I do want to recognize our sponsors real quick: Everett Buick GMC, Big Red Valero, Jones Heating and Air, General Motors, Bryant Braces, Keith Brooks State Farm Insurance, Chick-fil-A, Benton Chamber of Commerce, Bryant Chamber of Commerce, Saline County Economic Development Corporation, and the Saline County Financial Institutions who will be sponsoring the tailgate party. I was told the other day we've got more booths than ever before who have registered to be out front on the east side of the stadium, so it's going to be a great atmosphere, and it always is when these two teams get together. So you're not here to hear me, you're here to see these guys and hear them talk. So with that, we're going to start with the visitors for this year's game. Bryant will be sitting on the east side of the stadium, and here to talk is Coach Paul Calley, and he also has with him senior defensive end Austin May, as well as Coach Calley described it, fullback, tight end, slot back, wherever he puts him on the field, senior Wesley Akers. So, Coach Calley, it's all yours.
Shane, that's the shortest intro you ever had.
Well, some of these guys have to be back for the 6 o'clock news.
That's right. Hey, I'm excited to be here, and I know my players are, as well as Coach Nether and his players. Coach Nether and I spoke via text earlier today. Having been involved with this event for me over 20 years and him close to it, there's nothing like it in the state of Arkansas, and I'm thankful that I'm allowed to be a part of it, thankful for what all our sponsors do for us and what they do for the community, and how much they're able to help us give back. The game itself and the preparation for it becomes pretty hectic, and there's a lot of expectations on both sides. And Coach Nether and I both wish it was over right now. We wish we could play tonight to get it done. But the anticipation leading up to it, and all the things that surround this event, like you said, the booths, a record number of booths being sold, it's almost like a fair atmosphere. And I think it brings both communities together and allows us to come together as one and help others, and then, of course, compete on the field. And it's not always about winning and losing. That's not what it's always about, and we got to keep that in mind. Even though winning sure feels a lot better, of course. But I got two players with me today, and I want those guys to come up. Come up, guys. Number 36, Austin May. Number 9, Wesley Akers. And I want these guys just to share with you what the Salt Bowl means to them.
The softball, it's probably one of the biggest events during football season. I know. I've always attended, even whenever I was a little kid. Everything goes into it, preparation. I mean, I know from week one we have been circled on our calendar, so it's really good to come out and show how our community and everybody on the football team, how we all work together. So our community really supports us, and it's good to see all of them come out. And I know a lot of Arkansas football teams don't get the chance to play in front of 30,000 people, so it's a really big event, and I know I've been looking forward to it since summer practice. So I know that's short and sweet, but that's about all I have. So.
That's about good job, Wes.
Well, to piggyback off of what May said, it is a very big deal for our community and us as a team and how important it is. But personally, for me, it's a big deal because I played with Tariq and Jesse and Pee Wee from like 1st grade through 6th grade. And so it's a big deal just to go out there and play against them. I mean, hopefully win, but no matter what, we're still gonna be cool. It's gonna be a good game, and it's just a big deal for every family, both sides. And I'm just thankful to be able to play in it, just as even as May is and both of these guys. So, thank you.
Thank you, Wes. All right. Thank you, guys, and there'll be plenty of time for questions. You can do one-on-one with them as well. And now, the home team for this year, coming off a big victory on Friday night. Please welcome Coach Scott Nethery. He has 2 players with him. Senior quarterback Tarek Bogard. Tariq. Did I say? I knew I wrote that down wrong. Tariq Bogard. Tariq, I'm sorry. Apologize. Now I'm going to be in trouble with your cousin, who is one of my colleagues. And quarterback, senior, and safety, who is a senior, Jesse Benton. So, Coach, it's all yours.
Well, Coach Cowley kind of stole my thunder a little bit with everything he said, but he's right. We did talk today on text, and everything leading into this week is totally different than any other ball game. And I do feel like that we're extremely fortunate to be able to be a part of this. I know when I was playing high school football, it would have been great to play in an atmosphere like the Salt Bowl. It's a big deal. One thing I talk to my older guys about is I've got a lot of younger guys that are starting, that are playing a bunch, a lot of sophomores. And I had my older guys talk to them and said it would be a good thing if you talk to the younger guys about the atmosphere, about how you can hear yourself think. It really is a bowl game atmosphere, and it's a big deal for these guys. And again, we just feel fortunate that we can be a part of it, and we appreciate everybody that works a lot of tireless hours to put this thing on. So we do appreciate that. And it's not about me, it's about these kids. So I'm going to have Tariq Bogard come up and talk, and then Jesse Benton.
Like they've been saying, this is a real big deal for us. I've been waiting for this for the longest, since we've been playing together. We used to talk about it all the time. And now that it's finally here and it's my last one, I really the team, I know the seniors, we want to go out with the bang, but it's just something that we always think about the Salt Bowl. Can't wait for the Salt Bowl. Already this week, school has been crazy about it, and we can't hear enough about the Salt Bowl, but it's a really fun thing, and I'm just ready to get there. I'm ready for the rest of these days to go through, and ready for Friday so we can play them and get it over with.
Like they all said, the Salt Bowl, I mean, we all think about it at the beginning of the year. It's hard to focus on your games because, that's all you can think about. You just got to mentally prepare for your other games, even though you're still wanting to worry about that one. But it is a big deal, and we all are excited. Like Coach Noe said, we have a lot of younger people, so they haven't been out there in the atmosphere, but it's a great atmosphere. I actually like it more, just surrounded by more people. I think it's a great feeling, and I think it's a great environment for us to be able to get used to and see. And that's it.
All right. Y'all have one thing I did want to mention, the trophy, the Salt Bowl trophy down below is sponsored by the Kinsler family, and we appreciate them and their sponsorship of the trophy. I do want to thank our athletic directors, Coach Lee and Coach Quinn, and the rest of the Salt Bowl committee. They do all of the work. This starts back in January and February. getting everything prepared and everything ready for this one day. But this whole week that leads up to it, there's a lot of work that goes into it, and we're blessed with great volunteers and everyone who wants to make this a huge success. So, questions for these guys?
I guess coaches, you know, I mean, you both have some experience in this ballgame. You talked a little bit about it, but do you have any one particular memory that sticks out as far as softball memories, good or bad?
Why don't you go to the mic?
There you go.
We want it on record.
I think the one I remember the most is when we played during Hurricane Gustav. We tried to get Shane to move the game.
That was Charlie.
Charlie Staggs wouldn't let us move the game. I think the Razorbacks were playing here, but anyway, it was unbelievable. We went out to warm up. We decided we weren't going to go out, and it kind of slacked off a little bit. Instead of raining like this, it was raining like this. So we went out to warm up, and in about 5 minutes, my rain suit was soaked all the way through. I was soaked all the way completely. I don't get that wet in the shower, but that's probably the memory that I have the most recollection of.
What about you, Coach?
That's probably the same one. Probably the same one. During that time, I was athletic director, actually not coaching, but we was here putting it on and was working with Shane, and I just remember sitting down in the end zone with my arms crossed like this, just wet and cold and everything else, and just ready to go home. So that's probably my most memorable time.
That was the one with the fewest people.
Yeah.
Thank you. How big of a boost, Scott, does it give Benton with coming off of a game with nearly 800 yards of offense going into Bryant this week?
Well, I really appreciate you saying that. I think it gives us a boost. Sure, it gives us a boost. You know, anytime you're coming off a win, it feels good and confidence level. And, you know, where our program's been in the past few years, you know, you always want to come into this game feeling good about yourself. And our guys are feeling good about themselves right now, and sure does make practice better for that week. But there's definitely a lot of things we got to work on. Boy, Bryant's going to be tougher than anybody else we've played so far. So we're definitely going to have to be on our A game, that's for sure. But it definitely gives you a little boost in practice, and everybody's hopping around, running around the field, just having a good time, and makes practice a whole lot better.
In the interest of equal time, Paul, you've had a lot of wins in this series. How big of a boost does it have kind of owning that record over the last few years?
That's what we have to rely on right now. I haven't, in my career as a head coach, I've never started 1-2, and we are 1-2 right now. We've played some good teams. We've shot ourselves in the foot a lot, and that's something that we can't do, you know, against a good offensive football team. We've played good defense at times, but when you see a team that can stretch you from sideline to sideline and vertically down the field, you know, they're going to create a lot of problems for us. And then them coming in with confidence is even more dangerous. I guess momentum to me is the most dangerous, most important thing in high school football. And they have the momentum right now. They believe in themselves, and they're dangerous, you know. And as far as the pass record, I can rely on that a little bit when relating to my kids, and a lot of them played in it last year. But it really, at this point, you know, it doesn't matter. The record in the past doesn't matter.
Anybody else? All right. Well, thank y'all all for coming. What we'll probably do now, guys, for the cameras and everyone, is get you guys down here in front holding the trophy. Kind of get a shot with that. Give them some extra footage that they might can use. If anybody, for the members of the media, before we break up, we have T-shirts for you. Back here, you get the white shirts. You don't have to wear maroon or blue. Tickets are on sale at all Big Red Bolero locations up until game day. They're $10. You get the ticket and the T-shirt. If you wait till you get to the stadium, it's $8 for a ticket, and there's no T-shirt with it. You'll have to buy your T-shirt off of somebody that's already got one. Or are they going to be setting up selling T-shirts out there?
They will set up sell T-shirts, but they're separate.
They're separate from the ticket.
And they're probably going to get there before Friday to get one.
Yeah, you probably want to get the Big Red. I went by Big Red this morning, and a lot of those T-shirts were already gone. So
Shane, you got steps.
they won't get out there.
Yeah, we can get those guys too.
Hey, Tariq, Jesse, y'all come over here real quick.
All right, you're watching live streaming coverage on Saline247.com of our Salt Bowl press conference, and let's get Tariq Bogart and Jesse Benton over here. Guys, this is pretty big stuff, exciting, being here at War Memorial Stadium. Kind of tell us how it feels to have Salt Bowl week underway.
Yeah, it feels great. I mean, it's a great environment for us, and we're all excited. Can't wait to get out there and play. I mean, there's a lot of preparation coming in, and we're just ready to play.
You know, Jesse, you're for a guy that's not even as tall as me, you should put some good licks out on the field. Kind of tell me about playing safety and some of these big games you've had at Greenbrier and Jacksonville the past few weeks.
Yes, sir. It's a challenge, but I enjoy it. I mean, my whole life I've been short, and I enjoy the challenge.
All right, well, Tariq, big game at Greenbrier the other night. That's going to feel good coming into the Salt Bowl.
Oh, yes, yeah, I got a lot of confidence coming in. I believe in all my teammates and all my receivers. They're all ready. Offense is ready to go. We're ready to go this week, too.
All right, well, anything you guys want to say to the people watching at home about the game this week, or to get your Benton Panther fans riled up? Any smack talk?
Oh, no, just come out to the game. We'll let that talk for ourselves, for us. And we really do need the support from, I believe, both teams. We would just love the support, and we thank everybody that's already coming and supporting us.
All right, Jesse?
That's just like Tariq said. You know, we just want everybody out there to support us and come watch us play.
All right, guys, thank you. Let's get your colleagues over here from Bryant as we're live here on Saline247.com and KWI. All right, and you are?
I'm Wes Akers.
Wes Akers. Tell us a little bit about, and you too, I'm sorry.
I'm Austin May.
Austin and Wes, let's talk a little bit about the game this week. Of course, you guys coming off of your home opener against Catholic, and I know that didn't turn out the way you wanted it to go, but not much time to recharge and rebound.
Yeah, well, we were disappointed about the loss, but we know we can bounce back. We've done it already once this year, so we feel confident about coming in Friday, coming out and playing against Benton, so I think it'll be good.
What is the coolest thing about playing in the Salt Bowl to you guys?
Definitely the fans and the fan base and the amount of people that come out. It's really exciting to look up and see a full stadium full of 30,000 people. So,
yeah, it's just been a big deal since I was little. So just finally getting to come up through and playing it and be my last one. So it's a big deal.
You said in the press conference earlier you had been to a lot of Salt Bowls growing up as a kid. Now, is this something you kind of dreamed of playing in all your life?
Oh yeah, it's something you think about all the time.
Anything you want to say to the folks back at home watching, or those any smack talk you want to engage in, anything like that? It's your camera right now.
No, I hope y'all come out and watch us play. That's all we need. It's fan base.
no, we're gonna keep it classy and no smack talk. But yeah, we like everybody to come out that lives in Bryant. So come support us.
Try as I may, I couldn't get anybody to engage in any smack talk. Anyway, thank you guys. Appreciate you coming by. All right. Let's see if we can get Shane Broadway over here. He has never met a camera that he didn't like, and we will see if we can get him over here to talk a little bit about the Salt Bowl atmosphere. Come on over here. We're live streaming on Saline247.com. Big event for this week. I told him the most dangerous place in Arkansas was between you and a camera several years ago.
Talking to the governor too much.
But let's talk a little bit about the event. This is what, your 10th, 15th, 20th year putting this thing on?
13. I
13
was thinking
years.
back today. Yeah, this is about 13. I need to ask Coach Farmer to make sure that's right. That's about right, though. Gary James. It was Coach Farmer and I'm trying to think who else approached Gary James and I. about getting involved, and they wanted to, kind of take it to the next level. And anybody that knows Gary James, he doesn't do anything on a small scale.
Right,
So,
go big or
yeah,
go home.
Go big or go home with Gary. So I agreed to do it, and we've had a blast doing it ever since. And we want to make it something special, something for these kids to remember. And I think you already heard it. The best thing is when they talk about it, it's something that they look forward to, something they circle. The most fun I have is standing in the tunnel right before they come out, because they hear the atmosphere and they see all the crowd out there, and that's what makes it all worthwhile. There's a lot of work that goes into getting there, but that's the most exciting part for us.
Shane, I know that, several years ago, this has always been a big game, but could you have ever imagined it getting to the point where you had so many booths outside, 30,000 people? I mean, it's like a college game day atmosphere.
It's more than we ever expected it ever would be. But you added the tailgate party, and thanks to the banks in Saline County and credit unions who agreed to do that, it's made it more of an atmosphere. And then we added booths, and you've got the Everett kick for a truck, or toss for a truck. Somebody's going to have a chance to win a truck. Somebody's going to have a chance to win chicken for a year. So, you keep adding things to make it a great atmosphere, to really, kind of draw people in. And, it kind of sells itself, but I don't think anybody could have ever imagined it to get to the point it has now. There's no way. And this year, I'm really excited because of the weather, and because Benton's been down, the last few years, and the fact that they're coming off a big win, rolled up a lot of offense. I could see the Facebook chatter start Saturday and Sunday between Benton and Bryant grads and alums, and so I think it's really going to, increase even more the interest for this week.
All right, well, Shane, thank you for dropping by. Appreciate
you guys
it. And
always.
Shane Broadway joining us. Let's see if we can get Coach Paul Cowley over here on our live coverage here on Saline247.com and KEWI. Coach, obviously a big week. I know that this is a lot of fun for you. It's certainly that time of year.
It certainly is, and I wouldn't know about a lot of fun.
Well, you said you were ready to play the game tonight and get it over with.
Over with. Well, there's so much hype that goes into this, and there's a lot of expectations, and sometimes it's hard to live up to.
Now, tell us from a coach's perspective, is it hard to keep those kids in check and under control all week with their excitement about this game?
It starts to build towards the end of the week. Today they were still suffering from the loss a little bit Friday night, but I think tomorrow will be a different story. Hopefully they're going to bounce back. We seem to be a resilient bunch, and they'll bounce back and be ready to go.
You don't have a lot of time to bounce back. What are the biggest things after the Catholic loss Friday that you're focusing on in practice this week?
And we just have to eliminate mistakes. We put ourselves in bad situations too many times Friday night, and we're right there, almost making plays, but not quite. And we've got to eliminate that. We've got to eliminate bad pursuit angles and poor tackling and overthrown balls, and it's just numerous and multiple things that we have to work on.
Talk about the community spirit that's behind these two teams, because I was talking to Shane and Scott about it, the fact all these booths, it's like a game day atmosphere. Did you ever imagine growing up in Gurdon that you'd be coaching a game like this?
Never in my wildest dreams did I believe it would, I'd end up being in a place like this, to have a chance to coach in front of 25, 30,000 people. Just unbelievable. And the pressure, there's pressure that comes with it. Of course, it's what you put on yourself. But still, when you have that many people with blue and white on, and they have expectations, you want to try to live up to those.
All right. Well, Coach, thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you being with us.
Thank you.
All right. Paul Cowley joining us here on KEWI and Saline247.com. All right. That's going to do it for our live coverage. Appreciate Matt Johnson, our cameraman and videographer, for making all of this possible. And we will see you tomorrow from the big pep rally at Everett Buick GMC I-30 at the Alcoa Road exit. Thank you for listening. Don't forget Friday night live coverage on KEWI, the Sports Animal 920, and Saline247.com of the Salt Bowl 2013. I'm Grant Merrill. Thanks for being with us.